Everyone, I have the saddest looking pears, but they're only a week old and they were in the refrigerator, so the outside looks brown. I'm going to see if I can save them from, yeah, I can. I could tell the inside's fine. I'm going to peel off this brown and I'm going to make a quick pear crisp, a healthy version. So I probably should get my little knife out. Let me just get a different knife. There you go. So I was going to leave the peel on, but they're looking sad because I put them in the refrigerator. They got ripe real quick and they're deliciously juicy. I had them yesterday, but I can't eat 4 pears. So what I'm going to do is make a pear crisp out of them, just cutting the brown skins off. And I think it'll be delicious. I've never made a pear crisp. I just went on the internet and said, is there such thing? Of course there is, because if there's an apple crisp, there's a pear crisp. I have some ideas to lighten it up. It is going to have butter in this one instead of the coconut oil, but not much, a couple tablespoons for the whole thing. It's only 4 pears. I just don't want to throw things out, so I'm going to cut them up, make it crisp, and I'm going to let you know how it comes out. Somebody let me know if you've ever made a pear crisp. Pears and apples are in season here in upstate New York, so now I'm just going to dice up these pears. They had better days, so I'm either juicing them or doing what I'm doing, and I still think they're going to taste delicious. I'm going to put some oats on top, make it a healthier version, maybe pecans or walnuts in my crumb topping, like a streusel topping like you would for apples. Put some lemon juice on them. I'm going to do it. I'm going to make it up as I go. Does this sound like something you would eat or not eat? Obviously they look sad, but they're going to taste like a sweet decadent dessert when I'm done with them. I'm throwing out whatever doesn't look good. Do you salvage or do you toss if something is questionable? I literally just bought this pear. I bought the pears last week. To make a pear and blue cheese salad, I bought a bag of pears and they ripened up super fast. I left them in my back porch where my apples are. So then I put them in the refrigerator because I knew they were going to get too ripe. They really are still firm though. They don't look it because the outside skin oxidized or turned colors. Some people might be grossed out by the skin. I am not. I try to eat the peel on fruits and vegetables because I know the nutrients are in there. And I'm trying to get every bit of pear that looks good on this pear to get a couple of desserts out of this. I did tell you I like my sweets, and I often make my sweets my fruit. I've already had raspberries today. For breakfast today, I did my egg wrap that I do with the Pampered Chef, where you scramble up 1 egg, 2 pieces of turkey bacon, some cheddar cheese, put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and I put it in one of those high fiber wraps, and I had that and raspberries. That's not enough protein, so it's filling. It fills you, but it's not enough protein, so I had a yogurt. Then we're almost to the protein goal, but it's almost lunchtime and I am not hungry. This is what the problem is. I fill up on really healthy foods, but you got to be sure to get 20 to 30 grams of protein per meal. Everybody should, not just a bariatric patient, that's tough to do unless you're paying attention. So the only way to pay attention is to track the food, and that's how I know when I have to up my protein, and I don't want to do it with shakes as much as I used to, because I talked earlier about if I do shakes, yeah, they'll get my numbers up. But come later on tonight, I'm hungry because I didn't eat enough food. So you get to a point when you're post-bariatric that you have to eat. So my one girlfriend from Long Island says, Lori, I don't think I'm eating enough. She's not losing weight. That's probably true. I lose when I'm in my weight loss phase, when I want to lose more weight. Right now I have 100 grams of protein and 100 grams of carbs, and I do 60 grams or less of fat. But if I want to lose weight, I drop that carb down to below 60, and I'll lose 5 pounds this week fast. So I don't want to lose more. I told you that I'm trying to stay the same, and I'm especially trying to stay the same now because I'm probably going to lose weight for what I'm going to undergo this winter. So we'll see. I'm going to do my best to keep going. When I'm done making all this stuff today, I'm going to go exercise. I've got a treadmill. I've got an elliptical bicycle. I am not walking outside. I am not embracing 11 degrees, or maybe it went up to 13. It's just not happening today. We're gonna go out later. That's enough for me. Gaga and winter do not get along. They never did. They never will. It's just where it's at. I wish I was a skier. I wish I liked it better, but I don't. I think I've salvaged what I can from this pear. I don't think it's going to need much sweetener, I can tell you that much, because it's a really super sweet pear. So I'm going to squeeze some lemon juice on that. I'm going to make it taste good now. I got to get a spoon out. My lemon squeezing. That's not a spoon, sorry. Let's put some lemon on here. This is going to be good, I think. What do you think? Lemon juice. And then I'm going to put some cinnamon. Let's see. Oh, a lot of cinnamon. I do that. Did I do that the last time for a video? Luckily, I like cinnamon. I might not put too much in the topping. Oh, it's going to be good. Show you my pears. So I got 4 pears diced up with cinnamon and lemon juice so far. I haven't even put sugar on. The sugar that's going to go on them, of course, is my coconut sugar. It looks like a brown sugar, and it tastes even better than brown sugar. So I'm going to put a couple spoonfuls of that. Not much, because it's going to go in the topping too. So that's the basis of like your apple crisp. You would do almost the same. So now in this bowl, I'm going to melt some butter. I should have done that before we started. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of butter. We'll start with that. I'm going to melt it in the microwave. And I am making this up as I go. I know you're really shocked, aren't you? Are you guys getting ready for Christmas? Because I am so ready. My presents are wrapped. They've been decorated since before Thanksgiving. I'm beyond ready. I really am. I got all the gifts done. I think I did pretty good with what, I think so. We'll find out. Christmas Eve, I have everybody here. And I already bought my filet mignon. The butter's melted. I can hear it sizzling. So that's 2 tablespoons of butter. So let's start with, this is 1/3 of a cup. I still think that's 1/4 cup. I think it's 1/4 cup because I can't read the writing. So that's 1/2 cup of oats. We're going to start with 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour. And I'm going to do 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. And I'm going to do a scant teaspoon or 1/2 teaspoon of salt. And I mean tiny bit of cinnamon, because you already saw what went in the bottom. I think the music stopped. And we're going to mix that up. And oh, you know what I wanted to put in here with some, should I do nuts? Would you do nuts? I don't know. I got crumbs. That's what I wanted. Maybe I'll go nut free. Yeah, because I put some almonds in my chicken salad today. And this looks perfect. It looks like a nice crumb topping. I'm going to sprinkle it on top of my pears. I'm going to bake it at 375 until the pears are bubbly. You can't see anything. So I just utilized pears that probably I could have eaten, but I can't eat 4 pears. I really can't. Like, not at once I can't. And they were going to be really overripened. So now I just turned them into a dessert. And I have Ninja Creamy. You know that I have a Ninja Creamy. So I make, this is a lot of topping for this. Okay, it's going on. If this comes out tasty and delicious, I guess I better write that down. How come I make up everything? I don't know. That's just how I roll, I guess. Do you guys do this? Let me know if you're ingenious in the kitchen. Do you like get to work and say, hey, maybe that'll be good and I'll try that, and maybe this will be good and I'll try that. And then you try it and then you go to make it again and you don't remember what you put in it, so you can't make it again. So I'm trying to get better at writing it down for both you and for me, because I've done it so much my whole life, making stuff and then saying, I want that again, but I don't know what I put in it. And people will say, can you write that recipe down? And that's like the worst when someone asks me for a recipe, because until now, I never knew what my recipes were. I just made what I think looks good and tastes good. I'm talking my whole adult life. I did not cook as a kid. My mother didn't teach me to cook. I just watched everybody cook. And then I worked in great restaurants where I learned from different things that happened there. So cooking is something that I learned on my own from the time I was 17. I had children and a husband at that time. I got married at 17. I had kids by the time I was 20, and I had 21-year-old. When I was 20 and 21, I had my 2 kids already. And somebody had to cook, and I worked and he worked, and we both just made it work. So learning to cook and loving to cook is either in you or it's not. It's in me. I love it, and I love what I'm doing for you guys. The kids that are 45 years old that are writing to me and loving these recipes, that makes my day. So today we're going to do Pear Crisp. It was 4 pears with cinnamon, lemon juice, and a 1/4 cup of coconut sugar. And I topped it with a 1/2 cup of oats, a 1/4 cup of whole wheat flour, 2 tablespoons of melted butter, a 1/4 cup of coconut sugar, a little splash of salt, and a little splash of cinnamon. Mixed it up as a crumb topping. I'm only saying this again in the video so you have it, and I have it when I listen to the video to write down. The oven is hot. I'm putting it in 375, and I'll let you know how long when it's done. I'm going to guess 25 minutes, maybe. And maybe I should have covered it with foil. Maybe not. We'll find out, and I'll let you know. Thank you for being with me. Love you guys.